My dear friends, today we live in a world where there is deception. And the Holy Scriptures tell us that we live in the midst of deception. That means, deception is right around us, and it's very, very difficult for people to understand whether something is really deceiving you or not. Now, this is something that we have experienced in our country when it comes to appointing leaders and governments. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, we Sri Lankans have been very gullible people. We Sri Lankans have been deceived by our politicians. When it comes to the election time, what a lot of promises they give. But we know when they come into power, they cannot do that. And some use deception in order to win the hearts of a certain section of people or the majority section of the people in our country. Very unfortunately, in recent times we remember that this kottu that we all like to eat so much comes from the boutiques of a certain group of people who belong to a particular race that lives in our country. But can you remember? The general public were told to avoid eating kottu from those particular racial group of people's boutiques. Why? If you eat, you will become barren. And people believed it. People believed it. It is so sad. And my friends, you need to always remember that the promises that politicians give us, we have to very carefully scrutinize them. We have to very carefully dissect and search whether what they say is true or not. We are an educated nation, but politicians have been able to deceive us very badly, and many people got carried away these deceptive stories and slogans, all because there was deception right round. Everybody began to believe. My dear friends, do you have the courage to withstand it? Do you have the courage to say, this is a deception? Unfortunately, none of us had the courage to openly go and tell the people who are promoting such deceptions, you are deceiving the people. In the same way, even today, we find that there are certain people who come and tell us, we made a mistake. We made a mistake. So now give us a chance where we will bring the right kind of ruler. Never believe such people. They can be politicians, they can be religious leaders, they can be people who have a lot of influence on others. Be careful of them. They are there to deceive you, and the deception they bring will be filled with a lot of lovely words, attractive slogans, and people get carried away. Those who brought in the wrong people into power are bound to bring in wrong people into power even in the future. Though they come and tell us now, look, we are very sorry, this is not what we expected from them. To select and to choose our leaders, we must always learn as a nation to very carefully scrutinize, search and find whether what is being said is true or false, whether deception is being used to win not only the hearts of people but the votes of people. And see what has happened to our nation today, where we are suffering as a nation, all because of deception. So, be in prayer, cry unto God, and ask Him to give us the wisdom and the discernment we need as citizens of Sri Lanka, so that we will not allow religious leaders, political leaders, or any other people to deceive us. May God bless you.